This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
You know what? Again, I think we have folks that want to listen, and that's fine because they get to do that. See, they get to have that choice. I don't get that choice, Doc, and you don't get that choice. We have to talk. We can't just listen.
That's right.
So, okay, so that was a good question, sciatica, and
right.
but I know you can do a lot of good things, and that we can do a lot of good things to help that nice lady.
That's right. We sure can.
So
that's what we do.
That's what we do, and that's why we do it. So do you have any questions or suggestions or anything today, Doc?
I'm seeing a lot of people lately with high triglycerides, because that's our fast food industry, with all the fried things and this and that, the McDonald's and, Whataburgers and all this kind of stuff. People's triglycerides are going out of sight. They eat all the fried chicken and fried this and fried that. And, it's just, one lady came in today and she was pretty high on her triglycerides, way, way high. And, if it's over 400, it doesn't even read the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. So, we call it LDL the lousy one and the HDL the happy one. And then you have your triglycerides, and a combination of those three is what gives you your total cholesterol. And the medical doctors look at the total cholesterol and say, oh, you need to be on a statin drug. Well, the statin drug doesn't do anything for the good cholesterol or the triglycerides. It only helps the bad. And so if they're good on everything except the triglycerides and they put them on a statin drug, it's not going to do nothing. They'll be on it for years. And then 85% of those end up with Alzheimer's just because of the statin drugs. Now they're doing millions and millions of dollars worth of study to find out, now listen to this, to find out what causes Alzheimer's. And you talk to 10 people and you'll probably find 4 or 5 of those 10 that are on a statin drug, because they're making a ton of money off these statin drugs. And it's causing another illness, which is Alzheimer's. And now they give them medicine for that. And it doesn't fix it. It only puts Band-Aids on it. And it just goes, from one bad thing to another bad thing to another bad thing, and nothing gets fixed. And people are getting so frustrated because the doctor can't help them. But, medical doctors are great. We need medical doctors for surgeries, for terrible accidents, and whatever. But to adjust their blood work, they just don't know what they're doing. They're out of their league. They just don't have any backup, no knowledge, no study of nutrition at all. The nurses that work for the doctors know a ton about basic nutrition, and the medical doctors know nothing. They'll give people a B12 shot and charge them $20 or $25. That one shot lasts 8 hours. But they could take a B12 chewable, a powerful one. I've got one that's really tasty, and that will last 8 hours, and then another 8 hours you take, some more. And you keep your energy going, and you do it from day after day after day, and you don't have to spend that, that $20 or $25 for a shot that only lasts one 8-hour period. So, anyway, that's what's keeping me busy right now, is putting out the fires that these medical doctors are causing. But that's okay. We need them in their realm and their expertise, for surgeries, for delivering babies and for, putting bones back in place and take out appendix and stuff like that. That's what they're very, very, very good at. But nutrition, forget it. There's a few medical doctors stepping out of the box just a little bit, but they can't step out too far because if they do, they can lose their medical license and they're out of business.
That's right.
That's what the AMA is doing to these medical doctors. They find out that they're getting into what they call alternative medicine, when ours is the number one, not alternative, it's the real McCoy. What theirs is the alternative because it's solid drugs. And that's what causes a lot of problems. But anyway, I've been so busy. I didn't get out of there. I was 45 minutes late getting out today because I had a late patient and I had to go through a whole array of that 18-page report showing her exactly what the doctors missed in her blood work. She said, no wonder I feel so bad. Why don't they know that? And I said, because they don't know. They don't know what they're looking for. And, well, you got a bacterial infection. Well, the doctor didn't tell me I had a bacterial infection. I said, you got a urinary tract infection, too, that's contributing to this bacterial infection. And, well, he didn't tell me I had a urinary tract infection either because he didn't do a urinalysis. Well, urinalysis also shows me some kidney markers, okay? A lot of insurance companies will only do 1 or 2 pounds. That's all they're going to pay for. And that's what people depend on. But you don't get the whole story. So that's the whole deal. You got to do the whole story, not just part of it. You can't read the first page of a novel and go to the 100th page of a novel and then read the last page of the novel. You don't even know what the novel's about. You've got to know it from first page to the last page. Whatever we do, we have to do it specifically in the right manner and educate these patients to know exactly what's going on in their system. And that's what I spend all my time every day on. And by the time I get home, you know, I've just about lost my voice. I've talked all day long today.
I do that all the time, Doc.
I know it. My throat's a little scratchy, but I'll get over it.
I know. And can you imagine? I get through doing this broadcast for 2 hours. I'm talking another 3 or 4 hours on the telephone, and then I call my sister and I sing to her for another hour or two. Sometimes I don't have any voice left.
I bet not.
So, looking at that, what product did you talk about first? There was a product you mentioned its name. What was it? I'm looking at your website. I'm looking at theherbdoctor.net and your website. Right. What was the name of that product?
Oh, for the kidneys?
Yeah.
Renal Plus.
Renal Plus.
RENAL, Renal Plus. And Renal Plus has got some glandulars from cattle, you know, for bovine, and some other supplementation in there to make it really, really, really beef up those kidneys. Because I've seen people that was going to go on dialysis in a couple of months, and they started taking 9 of those a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at lunch, and 3 at supper. And after they went through a couple of bottles of that, they went back to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, we're going to have to put you on dialysis. I don't know what happened, but...
Renal Plus, RENALPLUS.
Renal Plus. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. And people with high blood pressure, if their triglycerides are not real high, which usually is a cause, if they take the Renal Plus and the liver support, their blood pressure comes down.
What's the brand name? Miles of Texas, NutriMedica, or Orthomolecular? I can't find it.
The liver support?
The Renal Plus. What?
Oh, the Renal Plus. It's Biotics Research. It's on one of those pages. I don't know which page it's on, but
I've got Biotics brand, Mile of Texas, Nutraceuticals, NutriMedica, and Orthomolecular. I don't know which brand to choose.
It's under Biotics Research.
Biotics. Okay, now I'll find that Renal Plus. See, I got to get used to your website, and I'm going to do it too. This is how I get used to it. So now I've clicked on it, and now I'm looking for Renal Plus. I'm going down. I'm really There it is. I'm looking at it. Okay, folks. See, that's what I like to do. I like to be able to show it to people because I'm making a video as we speak. And later on, if you want to see a video of this broadcast, then you can look at Renal Plus, but you can also look at it if you go up on Doc Miles's website, theherbdoctor.net. And I'm looking at Renal Plus. So, okay. Now, then you mentioned a second product besides that. What was the other one?
You mean the liver support?
Liver support. Is that on the first page?
I don't remember, but it's Miles of Texas Nutraceuticals.
Okay, right there. Liver support. There it is, liver support. Now we're looking at that. So that's cool. I like to be able to look at something when you're talking about it. Now I can see it, and I could even click on it. And I did. I clicked on the liver support, and there it is, great big bottle of liver support, and it tells me what's in it. It tells me consisting of Hemsra, Copareus, Spinosa, Consani, Chicocorium, Intibus, Mandibura basama. A lot of Hindi herbs here. Karamachi.
Yeah, it's all Ayurvedic herbs.
Yeah, Solanum, Nigrum, and yeah, all the wonderful formulation. Ayurvedic medicine. Yeah, you're quite eclectic, sir. So yeah, okay, that's cool. Okay, now see this is wonderful. Now people can see that not only that we can talk about it, but you can see it. You can see the directions, the dosage, what to take, everything about it, up on Doc Miles's new website, theherbdoctor.net. Okay, I'm happy now, Doc. I got to look at all what you were talking about.
Good.
Okay, so yeah, it's been really busy. I've been really busy lately too. There's just a lot of people need a lot of help. And they're tired of going to a medical doctor and getting drugged to death. And they're lingering in pain, or they're not getting any help. The doctors just say, sorry, there's no cure for whatever you got. So, goodbye. Learn to live with it, kind of diagnosis. That's terrible because that's not what you and I do. We comfort people. Right. We help people. There's no one that we can't help. There's no one that we can't comfort. And everyone can be healed by the Lord. If we do the work and keep the faith, expect miracles. And that's what I've learned. So, now, folks, again, we're getting closer and closer into the top of the hour, or the half hour now, and I want to make sure that you know that you are invited to press your star key 2 times in case you have a question or a comment, and then we'll answer your question or we'll talk about your topic. It was wonderful of that lady who joined us and asked about sciatica. But there's a lot of things that need to be addressed. And if you can think of one that we should talk about, press your star key and ask that question, please. I see that a mic is open there in area code 916. Please ask your question.
Hi, Dr. Truman. This is Renee from Sacramento, and I have talked to Dr. Miles. I will ask the question. The lady that just called, Miss Una, that's my friend. We're both from GOCC. I'm the one that had her call you.
Yes, yes.
She's new. She's kind of new at all this, so we'll be calling Dr. Miles back. But my question, Dr. Miles, I know that you told me to get my blood work back to you, and there was information that you gave me, and the only one place I found, which is in Las Vegas, which I know that's far. So my next question is, Shall I go to my doctor, and how do I approach her when I want this blood work done? Won't she be suspicious, like, why do you want this done?
Well,
I
go
couldn't hear
ahead,
you.
Doc.
I
Okay.
couldn't hear your question.
All right. I'm gonna mute your mic, Sharon. And and the question is that when her friend goes to her doctor and says she wants some blood work done, won't her doctor become possibly offended or slighted or something that she's having blood work done and sending it to somebody else or something? That's her question.
Okay, the answer to that question is, all she has to do is tell the doctor that she wants some certain panels, and I'll give you the panels in just a second. And she wants those for her nutritional doctor because they don't do nutrition, okay? But the panels that I need is the comprehensive metabolic, the full CBC, the lipids, LIPIDS, the TSH, which is your thyroid stimulating hormone, and a urinalysis. That's comprehensive metabolic, full CBC, lipids, TSH, and a UA, which is urinalysis. With those numbers, with those panels, I run it through the computer, a special program, and it tightens up the parameters to the nutritional parameters, and we'll see how many places you're high or you're low or you're normal. And then we take all of those, and the computer evaluates everything and puts it in a complete scenario of your worst issue and your next issue and your next issue, but it starts with the most powerful issue that you have that we need to address, and it goes down to the least important issue. And so we pick out the top 4 or 5 issues, address those issues, and, show you what nutritional supplements will work for that, and you get well. I mean, that's just the way it works. It's very, very simple.
There you go. So I'm bringing that mic back out again. Yes. So 916. Did that? I unmuted your mic, but it didn't unmute. Now it's unmuted. Did that answer your question?
That answered my question. Only one thing, I can't write that down because I'm driving. But Dr. Miles, you do have my email address. This is Renee's stamp, my postal stamp.
Okay, send me an email. You got my email address, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, send me an email tonight, and I'll get it in the morning, and then I will email it back to you, the complete list, so it'll make it easier for you.
Okay, all right.
Because I get so much going on all day long, I don't want to forget it. But if you send me an email, I won't forget it.
Okay, we'll do. That sounds great. Thank you, Dr. Miles. Thank you, Dr. Truman.
Okay, God bless you.
Very good. Okay, now that's Sharon. We'll get that comprehensive, full metabolics, CBC, lipids, TSH, and urinalysis reports from her doctor. And that'll give Doc Miles the tools that he can use then to find out what's going on in the blood. Is there a question in area code 225, or is there a question there from Samantha?
Great. Jumping.
Samantha, please ask your question. Hello, Samantha. I did you have a question? Do you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Your mic was open. So if you do have a question anytime, please press your star key 2 times to open your microphone. Questions are welcome. So I will close your mic. And if anybody has a question, please press your star key 2 times so that we can so you can join the conference and participate in questions and answers and ideas and what we should talk about. Okay, we're moving along here, and it's wonderful because people are asking questions and people are getting information, and that's what this is all about. Is a natural remedies discussion every Thursday from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock. And by the way, I keep talking about all of these reports up there on herbalhealthreview.com. And like when you are over there on the arthritis, herbalhealthreview.com, and clicking on common conditions and picking any of the reports, and then you're looking at a product, you're over on the manufacturer's website. Now, on that manufacturer's website, it's called Health and Herbs. That is all the remedies that I've created in the past 56 years. And I do not get anything from the sale of any product. And when the FDA questioned that and hauled me into court and said, "Oh, you're making money," well, I guess that's against their rules, you know. An herbalist isn't supposed to make money by inventing products. That was what it was all about. Then I proved to a judge that I didn't make any money off the products I invented, that I gave it all away. When I proved that, and I showed them my tax returns and everything else, and I proved to them that I live on donation alone. And I don't get a lot of donation. I get just enough to keep this ministry going. And it's just, you know, and like all ministries, it's a labor of love, and it's a struggle sometimes to make sure you're paying the rent and the bills, the phone bills, the internet bills, and all the things it takes to create this broadcast, because I've been broadcasting and doing television and radio since I was 12 years old. I'm 76. That's a lot of radio, a lot of television, and a lot of internet. That's a lot of years. But it's a labor of love. And that's what I do. So but this website, Health and Herbs, has all these wonderful products, and you can call these people up. They are my grandchildren and my great grandchildren. My daughter was involved in it originally, but she was so obstructed, intimidated, harassed, and that she lost she lost all the money that she ever had saved all of her life, helping people and being intimidated by our government. So she's no longer involved. She gave it over to my granddaughter. My granddaughter stood up and withstood the punishment from our government, and still does today. The intimidation, the threats, the obstruction, in order to bring you the remedies that Grandpa makes. That's me. Well, I made them. I invented them. Now I have nothing to do with them except I oversee it. My granddaughter listens to me. And when I say, "Honey, maybe you should change this recipe a little bit and add this herb, change that herb," she says, "Okay, Grandpa, good idea." And she fixes it. She is fantastic at creating natural remedies and following my instructions for years and years and years. And now her sisters have joined her as well. She's got 2 of her sisters that have joined her, Linda and Alyssa, and a good friend, a really nice lady by the name of Lindsay. And those 4 ladies are the ones that take the abuse and follow the instructions, and they comply. They are government compliant. They do everything that they're told to do, and believe me, they are told to do many related, unrelated things and ridiculous instructions, but they do them. They do what the government says to do, and the government makes it as difficult as possible. And they do it, and they comply, and they do a great job. So if you want high quality, organic, natural remedies, go to the website, Health and Herbs. They deserve your patronage. They have stood up against the enemy, which is the FDA. They stood up against them, and they've done and complied, and they've taken a beating, and they've stayed standing, and they've made no money doing it, because when you do that, when you stand up against the government, they make sure and obstruct your ministry, because it's a ministry as well. What I'm doing is a ministry, and what Health and Herbs is doing is a separate ministry. We're associated, but I received nothing from betterhealthherbs.com or Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. But they deserve your patronage, and they will give you a 15% discount when you go to their website, betterhealthherbs.com, and look at any of the 14,000 natural remedies that they have. Then you can call them on the telephone. You can order it online, and when you check out, if you order online on their website, when you check out, it'll ask you if you have a coupon. You say, yes, I do, and it is Health 01, HEALTH 01, Health 01. When you type that into where it says coupon, when you're ready to check out for whatever it is you've ordered, you will get a 15% discount on your order. So not only are you getting all organic, high quality, best quality products, you're getting a 15% discount. Guess what? It gets better, because besides that, you might want to call them on the telephone. Maybe you don't want to order on the internet. Maybe you don't even have a computer. So you call them on the phone. And their phone number is 541-791-8400. That's 541-791-8400. And when you call them on the phone, you're going to be able to talk to them and ask them questions. Now, they don't diagnose or prescribe, and neither do I. Now, of course, the FDA likes to run around and play that card. They always say, oh, they're prescribing and diagnosing. We consider everything they're doing a drug. And that's their chant. That's their chant. Their evil chant is that you're breaking the law. When those guys are the law breakers, that's them. But anyway, you can get your products. You can call them on the telephone. You can call them 541-791-8400. Ask them questions. They don't prescribe or diagnose, but they will make suggestions. That's what we do here. We don't prescribe or diagnose, but we can suggest that you look at this product, look at that product. That this is what we know. We know that these are helping people. We're pointing to the products that will most likely give you a lot of relief. If you're cured, well, that's because the Lord does the curing. It's totally against the law in America if a MD says it's incurable, well, then it's against the law to cure it with natural remedies. That's right. They'll put you in jail. They'll fine you. They will drive you out of existence. They'll harass you. They're like the mafia. They'll pick on your family. They'll pick on your loved ones. There's no difference. So that's what we're dealing with, folks. And people like me are murdered on a regular basis in America. So if I'm not here much longer, it's because I've blown the whistle on what the truth is. And then if I am here, that discredits what I'm saying because they haven't killed me yet. So it's really it's a catch-22 or whatever they call it? What's that?
It's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22. So if I blow the whistle on them, then if they kill me, then you know I'm right. And if they don't kill me, then I'm suspect that I'm not right. So that's probably the reason why I'm still standing, because I have not backed off from those ugly, evil people doing what they're doing. I'm not gonna back off. So we'll see how this all turns out, folks. It's getting interesting. But anyway, you can call them on the telephone, 541-791-8400. You want to email Health and Herbs? Well, it's easy. Their email is healthinfo@healthherbs.com. Healthinfo@healthherbs.com. Okay, so that's all the ways that you can call them on the phone, get free consultations, and reorders and whatever you need over the telephone, 541-791-8400, or you can email them, healthinfo@healthherbs.com. Go on their website, betterhealthherbs.com.